All right, a ladder game here between Zeminus, our reigning StarCraft champion, and some Protoss player on ladder. The Protoss player Rassel in the top left, Zeminus as Terran in the bottom right. So the GLHF comes out. He says it, he doesn't mean it, because look, he's sending 3 SCVs onto the map. That's a little weird. I mean, it's obviously a cheese, it's obviously a proxy, but normally 2 SCVs is what you would send, because you're going to build 2 racks. You won't really have the money to build 3 barracks simultaneously, if you know, because bear in mind he's 3 workers short mining at home. Okay, that is a very early gas. You generally, as Protoss, you don't throw gas down before there's even a gateway. Not normally. Maybe if you were doing some sort of like DT rush is the only thing I can think of, because they do need a lot of gas for those Dark Templars. So the 2 racks are going to come down over here. The 3rd SCV was just for the scout. Yeah, even a DT rush, what you tend to do is you plant the gateway and then you plant 2 gas, so that you're mining from double gas. This really early gas and then not saturating it straight away, I think that's just bad play rather than anything tactical. So the SCV coming in, having a look around, is all good. You know, for me, I don't know about attacking this. I would have preferred, given what you're trying to do here, I would have preferred this SCV to perhaps have thrown a bunker down on the low ground here, or even just a really rude bunker within range of this stuff. Forcing your opponent to have to pull workers to deal with it. Doesn't actually have a marine out just yet, but you know, it's not going to be long, and if you can get a bunker up, it just makes such a huge difference. So finally the side core comes down, and it looks like Ethan's going to fly a barracks into his opponent's men. And if we have a look at this, it should just be out of vision range, just about, but it's pretty close. Buildings, while they're building, don't have as long a range. So when this finishes up, it might see that. Meanwhile, he did try and build the bunker, but that already damaged, the already damaged SCV was relatively straightforward to kill. But he is going to have another SCV down here, 2 in fact, and it would be definitely worthwhile. Is this going to be seen? Is it? It is. So that shows up on the mini map for Rassel, so he knows it's there. It's definitely worth sending these SCVs up to try and finish this off. Look, it's half done already. Meanwhile, the Zealot is on the other side of the map, and it looks like Rassel's going to throw down a pylon there. He has got a forge, look, so potentially could try and cannon rush this, and this is a slight problem for Ethan, because he doesn't have a racks at home, so he doesn't have really any way to deal with this Zealot. So, oh my goodness, did send the when I wasn't looking, sent the SC. Oh, hang on, wait, what? Still 1 SCV down there, so he must have sent 1 SCV, and look how close this is to finish. It's painful. Please send the other SCV in, please. This has totally been spotted. The Zealots are running about. I don't understand why are you still building Zealots? You've got the side core, you've been mining gas, you know, loads of gas you've got. Why wouldn't you build Stalkers? They're way better equipped to deal with this. So looks like the cannon is building, and Ethan just decides to fly away, which isn't a terrible call. Rassel, for some reason, then thinks, oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll build a pylon there, because that ought to do it. I don't know about that decision. This is definitely enough Marines. You know, these are slow Zealots. You can just kind of pull back the Marine that the Zealot is hitting, and let the rest of them go to work. It is a full SCV pull. Oh, he is going to fly the CC the whole way across the map. I'm not sure about that. Look, you've got all those SCVs. What, you know, finish this bunker, please. Finish the bunker, because that's just going to make such a huge difference. This bunker finishes, you get some Marines in there, and it's GG surely. Finish the bunker. You know, you could have lifted the barracks, arguably. The Zealots can't shoot up, so if you lift that barracks, you're laughing. He's going to focus on the pylon, which is going to mean that there won't be any further Zealots coming out, because all of that stuff was just powered by those 2 pylons. Still no finish on this bunker, but now that there's no further zealots to deal with, apart from this one that's just standing idle over here, I'm not sure that it really matters. A lot of money in the bank for Wrestle, and he does have workers out on the map and does indeed throw down some sort of random stupid expo on the other side of the map. You know, it's just salt really. You've lost the game, Wrestle. You're not going to win from here. Your opponent has got units. You don't. Your opponent has got a base, you know, has got tech structures, barracks and the like. You don't have any tech structures. You've got a nexus that isn't even finished, and even when it does finish up, you'll have 1 worker to mine, while your opponent has essentially a full complement. So as soon as he's able to land this CC in an appropriate position, he can just go ahead and continue mining, continue building units. Yeah, so it's just a bit of a salty finish here from the Protoss player. Interesting game. Not flawless from either side. You know, from Rassel's point of view, he definitely could have held that. He had a forge, could have dropped a cannon, didn't. Had a side core, could have built stalkers, ranged units, didn't. You know, Ethan possibly could have finished things a bit quicker, could have sent both the SCVs, got this bunker up and finished and got some units into it. And that wouldn't have been such a bad shot. Also, given that your opponent was only building zealots, you know, 1 or 2 Reapers in the mix don't go astray, because you know, Reapers are so fast that they can just mock zealots all day long. It looks like Brassel is beginning to sort of get established here, and really, you know, killing these last sort of structures in the main isn't really as important as ending the game. So I wouldn't have minded seeing, you know, Marines being split up and sent out onto the map to kind of try and locate where Brassel is. You know, because he did have a feral bank, so he has been able to just throw down these structures straight away. And obviously with 2 Nexus Chrono and out workers, it won't take him long to get back up, already on 11 workers, while Ethan has only got a relatively small worker advantage. Obviously though, the army advantage is real for the time being, but that is not going to last very long. Rassel's APM slightly worrying there, just 0, nothing. Rassel doing literally nothing. I don't know. Isn't even building workers here. What? I don't, you know, not really sure. This is it's not exactly polished play here from the Protoss. So finally the Marine does come scouting. If Ethan isn't looking, this zealot is going to see it off. Does finally pull the Marine, but a little bit too slow. The barracks is going to make its way home. This is enough Marines to deal at present, but you know, what is with Rassel and building zealots? You don't have charge. Stop building zealots. Just build a stalker. You've got 500 gas in the bank. I mean, seriously, dude. You know, from a Terran point of view, you just shouldn't really lose to slow zealots with Marines. You know, look, this zealot gets 1 swipe off before it dies. You know, so even though these Marines are weakened and stuff, you just shouldn't lose. And all those workers are going to, well, most of the workers are going to take a piston anyway. You'd have to be curious about where they're running to. So sees all these zealots, and yeah, you know, you can start a step if you like. You can just pull the front Marine back repetitively. Either way, you're going to basically wreck all of these zealots. You know, you can even just position these Marines in an awkward space here between the minerals, so that only 1 zealot can attack at a time. And anything like that will make you trade. You know, I'm not saying you won't lose to single Marine, but you'll certainly trade just super efficiently against those zealots. And your opponent isn't really in a position to outbuild you if you do trade efficiently. Production-wise, you know, there are a handful of Marines still being built. And there's a bunker out the front. You know, I think I'd be, rather than like expanding up, I think I'd be focusing my attention here. Finally, finally a stalker comes out, and look how well it does. The one stalker comes out and cleans up the rest of the Marines. Let that be a lesson to you, Russell. You're a goon, and you should have built stalkers ages ago. So now that he's twigged that maybe stalkers are better units, Zeminus is going to need more than this handful of Marines to see the game out. Russell has money in the bank. These are not on cooldown, but decides one stalker's fine. I won't bother to warp in anymore. He's unlikely to send anymore. Oh no, he has sent more Marines. If only I'd warped in extra stalkers. What's going on here? Now he warps in the stalkers. Yeah, brilliant. So these stalkers will easily clean up this merry band of Marines. So as I was saying, rather than expanding and taking up and stuff, I think I'd have been inclined to just hold down the A button and turn all of my resources into Marines and just try and end this as quickly as possible. Again, with no sort of upgrades, these Marines are not going to. The stalkers from move command, that is just miserable to watch, isn't it? So the stalkers will die. And that should surely, it's not going to be GG. I mean, he's still got these 2 gateways, and he hasn't shown any signs yet that he knows when he's beat. So I guess Zeminus is going to have to stomp the life out of him. I'd love to see a tech lab on one of these. I'd absolutely love to see some combat shield, some stim. Those would be great things. Those would be wonderful, wonderful things. Just because the game has gone weird, and you're pretty sure you're going to win. Don't take your finger off the. Don't take your foot off the throttle. Don't keep at it. Keep doing the things that you always should be doing. Keep building workers. Keep getting those upgrades. Keep increasing that production. But this Nexus is going to go down. But this one is heartily mine. The Stargate here, not building anything just yet. And I don't know, Russell, you knew this was coming, and you didn't even have a shield battery. Now you start the Void Ray. Yeah, that'll definitely. That's not going to see the light of day, surely. I mean, you just focused on this pylon, and nothing else can be built here. So pretty messy game, all things considered. But in the end, Zeminus victorious with that proxy build. GG.